Here we go. This is how you make Chaurus Pie, everybody. Sure, he can cook up dishes fit for some of them stodgy Imperials and them Poncy Britons with the real Nords want real food. And my Chaurus Pie is just that. I guess I've been complaining a lot about it because Susanna was yelling at me. Neil, she said, your Chaurus Pie is so good, you should write down the recipe. Well, I ain't too good with my letters, and I ain't got no talent for writing. But I thought, why not give it a go? So here's my first ever recipe that I wrote down, and I hope you like it. First thing is you'll need some Chaurus meat, and that ain't easy to come by. Chaurus is mostly live in caves. And as like they are not to share them caves with other nasty things. If you go hunting for Chaurus meat to make some dinner with, make sure you don't end up your dinner as yourself. And by the way, there is a ha-ha in there. So he went out.
Make sure you acted that out.
The Nord went out of his way to say ha-ha. That's a key distinction. Anyway, like I was saying, get yourself some good armor and a nice big old sword. I added the big old. And if you got some stout men who won't run off at the first sign of trouble, in other words, not like any of those Poncy Britons, then go looking in the caves and you'll find a Chaurus sooner or later. They look like big bugs the size of really big dogs. And mind you, watch out, they spit acid. That'll ruin your armor pretty quick. Now, once you get some Chaurus meat, you're going to put it on a spit. Make sure you get that for a while. Thick meat from the midsection, okay? Don't be using the yellow meat from the heads or the legs because that's got poison acid in it. And if you eat that, you'll probably die. So you cook up your Chaurus on a spit, and you want to baste it with sauce. To make that, this is like the only recipe part of this. Grind up some tomatoes into pulp and then mix them with water, peppers, honey, and salt. And then you'll have to boil it all together. I wouldn't use too many peppers, but you want a few good spoons of salt. How much honey you use is up to you. Depends on how sweet you want it. When the Chaurus is done, which, he's like cooked on hot spit until done. When the Chaurus is done, you baste it enough, and you want to bake it into a pie with some potatoes, carrots, and apples. And then put the rest of the sauce you made in there, too. Which, by the way, he gives no instruction whatsoever on how the crust is made, at all. So, I don't know how the pie... It sounds more like stew than pie. But alas, let me finish this. If you want turnips, sometimes those are goods. Depends on what you're in the mood for. Depends on what you're in the mood for. Then you cook that for a while. Look at the top to be light brown. And that's when you know it's done. And then that's it. Easy as pie. Ha ha. And again, he wrote ha ha again. So that, Lord Heathens, is how you make Chaurus Pie.